How many women in here flew a man out before? Raise your hand. I love the honesty over here.
And I hope you made him put it right through the hole of the box.
Let me say,
Don't even make him pull him all the way out. Just
I have a question. Why is that so looked down upon? Because I hear society, I hear the things that are being said online. And that's part of the reason, because y'all are listening to these bitter people who are online, who have never ever had to serve in their life, who have never understood what reciprocity actually means, who have never poured into somebody else, but they have always been poured into. And that's the reason why they have so many failed relationships that are single or miserable. Why is that shunned upon? Why do we, hold on, Sugar Love, why do we look down on that? That is so, I'm a happily married woman. And I would nurture my husband until God tell me I can't nurture no more. And when there is a man who is pouring into you, it is nothing wrong with pouring back into him. That should not be looked down upon. Now, if we're talking about toxic men, you shouldn't be dealing with toxic men to begin with. That's your poor assessment. But it's so many women that I know for a fact, many of y'all actually do want to be married, and y'all want a healthy reciprocal relationship. So if y'all continue to listen to that foolishness, and if y'all continue to listen to people who smack their lips whenever they talk about pouring into another man, pouring into a man regardless, y'all gonna stay miserable and unhappy, because I guarantee you, once you cross over and you marry, it is going to be a daily serving. It is going to be a daily pouring into. And you can't do something as minor as flying somebody out. Are y'all serious?
Can I add a little context?
I got a little context too, because I think that's the issue.
Yeah, I think we need to add a little context, right? We're not talking about our husbands, all right?
Right.
We're not talking about somebody we've been dating consistently.
All right, so you shouldn't be doing that.
When we normally talk about flying out, it's like a first link type thing.
Literally.
Or a first
Why are
link.
you doing that to begin with? You haven't made the proper assessment. We can't keep using that as the standard.
That's what a fly out is.
But we can't be using that as the standard. That's you. And if people got it, they got it. But the problem is that there are vulnerable ears who hear that and they say, so this person I've been dating for 6 months, I can't do these type of things for that person because somebody that you decided to fly out on the first date screwed you over. We have to be mindful of the people who are listening, especially the open hearts who want something serious, because there's so many single women who really want love, but they listen to the people who are bitter. But they listen to the people who are wounded, and they listen to the people who made 5,000 mistakes and never learned from it. And they fall into that category. That's my only issue. That's my only issue.
Like I said, I think that question is a loaded question without context given to it. I think the initial knee-jerk reaction has something to do with no context following it. But of course, the way that you put it, of course, that makes sense.
So to be transparent, the woman I got into a relationship the second time was my side with my first. So my side graduated into being a queen. And that was another stupid decision on my end. Very, very stupid. Anyway, I'm like, you know what? We move on. She validates the hell out of me. Now she's good at validating everything. She would say all the nicest things. She's got this smile. She was very good at putting up a persona for me. I could detect that there was a very thick thread of disingenuous. Okay. But she was good at, showing that. But the advantage that me and her had was that we looked good together. She was a different race. She was particularly Chinese. And what happened is that we were building our relationship more and more and more. And she could see where it was going in life. Yeah. But then COVID came. And she got pregnant. We decided, you know what? We're keeping the kid.
Yeah, she falls pregnant. She's already your wife.
No, she's not my wife at the time she falls pregnant. Okay. So because I didn't want any of my kids out of wedlock, it was like, let's get married. So we do. Get married 2-3 weeks before the kid is born. But we couldn't host a wedding because it's locked down and everything. So we had a marriage officer come to our house. We lived in a mansion anyway. So, it was backyard. Best friends came through. Sure. They came to do signing, just a little party over there. We also had a limit of how many people we could have in the house. So everybody else was on Zoom. Her parents were there. My parents were, nowhere near us. Yeah, so they zoomed in, and my two best friends came in with their wives, and boom, we getting married. 3 weeks later, give birth to baby Rome. From that point on, downhill again. quite a few nasty labels were put onto me. You know them, narcissistic.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is a new day. We thank the good Lord it's a new day. Thank God it is a new day. So good to see you again. Thanks for stopping by. It's me again, WJ. Don't listen to that. To what? Well, we've heard two accounts now. People, when they listen to what society is telling them, and we see what happens. When you listen, when you neglect what you're supposed to, not neglect, the only thing that you're guaranteed is regret. You cannot be listening to people that are miserable. We've got to watch what we're listening to. We've got to be careful who we're listening to. Let's always remember, not everybody is qualified to speak into our lives. You saw what happened to this man. Obviously, listen to society. He picked up, his side became the main. The side chick became the main chick. And now he is chickless. He's got none. I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm laughing because it should not happen in the first place. But this is what happens when you've been pushed by others to do things. They'll egg you on, they'll push you on, but they'll never be there when you have to deal with the consequences. We've got to be very careful what we're listening to. Well, we're just going to go through some videos showing scenarios where people listened and they really regretted it. People they shouldn't have been listening to. And then we're going to have one or two where it actually tells you where if you have those types of things around you, those types of people, how you can deal with them. To stand firm in this crazy world and crazy society that doesn't care about you. They'll tell you things. They'll give you ideas and opinions and suggestions, but they will never tell you what's on the other side. And that other side, it is quite dark. It is quite lonely. It is confusing. And in some cases, some people never make it back. So let's just be mindful. Well, let's take a look at another video. And please drop your comments in the comment section below.
You and him separated. I believe you're the one that decided to walk away, right?
Yeah.
Now, leaving a marriage is never a good thing, right? Unless, of course, your life is in particular danger, then that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
What is it that you felt you did that made the marriage not work out? Let's leave him out of the picture. Let's work only on Jackie.
For me, I feel like I failed in so many ways, starting by the fact that I did not listen. I reacted. I reacted to what my friends are telling me, to what, you're told you can be advised, but you can decide to sieve the advice and see what to do and not what to do. And he used to, during the arguments also, as women, we tend to block what he says and try and force what you feel.
Right.
So we don't let men to be seen and heard. And I felt his cry for help was, please just be a wife, just be my wife, do this, do that. And in the midst of all this, you also have friends who are advising you. And instead of you to sieve the advice and know what kind of a person you're dealing with, you decide to take that. So for me, I feel like I was trying to make him be the man I saw in my life, my mom and my dad, I was trying to make him that, I was trying to.
And it's rather impossible. But let's revisit this part. So, this is to each gender rather has what they have as a mistake, right? Now, particularly with women, what happens is that women love egging other women. You deserve better.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be in your life.
Yeah.
You felt like they were doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
For me, it wasn't basically at that, because all of us, we were all young in our relationships. I feel like no, your husband has money. He should get you this. No, he should not. No, he should not go out. He should stay home with you. And, you come with the same forces, like, by the way,
right.
you should stay at home,
Yep.
So you try and, because this is a man who just from high school goes straight to South Africa to do flying school, then comes back.
Well, by the way, all credit to Colbert. This is Colbert. That's the same guy that just gave his own account of making his own share of the mistake, listening to other people, listening to society, turning his side chick into his main chick. Side chick played him, and afterwards she left him, and now he's chickless. And now he's on the other side interviewing this lady who's telling her side of her story when she listened to her friends. When we listen to society, we listen to others, you guaranteed one thing: regret. Well, I want you to take a listen and watch this video, this last video of this young lady who, regardless of what society's saying, is taking a stand. And I think that's how we should do it. Let's not be so bothered about what people think about us. Regardless, if you do good, they will talk about you. If you don't do good, they will talk about you. So the best thing, just be yourself and do the right thing. Not what they're telling you, but what you know is right. Right is right, even if no one else is doing it. Take a look at this video.
Are you a virgin?
Yes,
And how old are you?
I'm 21.
Why haven't you done the deed yet?
The key to a strong society is family. And so, in my view, choosing my future husband is like the most important decision I'll ever make. And I'm somebody that I know my heart, and I know that I fall really hard when I meet somebody. So I want to retain some level of objectivity when I'm selecting a future partner. And I know that if I had sex with them, I would be completely imprinted on them. And instead of being like, okay, is this person, do they have the qualities that I'm looking for in a husband? Or am I just making it work instead of like seeing red flags and leaving?
Is there any reason why you're dressed so modestly instead of revealing like most women tend to do when they come out to Miami?
I mean, this is just my personal sense of style. I just think it's respectful to others and to my future partner, and to myself, to just cover myself up more. I know that I, take care of myself. I'm pretty athletic, but I don't need to have that on display.
Wow. Kudos to this lady's family, and kudos to her as well. And the reason I say that is you could come from a good family. You could be raised well, but you may not raise yourself well. In other words, you may not listen to what you've been told, so you go the other way. I'm sure everybody can give an account of people you know from good homes, good families, but they went the other way. My prayer is that they find their way back on the right path. But listen to this young lady. And you tell me, when you see somebody like this, talking like this, presenting herself like this, dressing the way she wants to be addressed, why wouldn't she be a wife material? And then you have others around her wearing whatever they want to wear. When she finally gets chosen and picked, they start getting jealous. What does she have that I don't have? Well, you fill in the blanks and fill in the gaps yourself. Here's what's happening. Those girls, they're like multiple of them going after one guy in their scenario. But in her scenario, this lady we're looking at, she's one girl being sought after by many dudes. Go figure. That's the difference. This is what happens when you listen to what you should not be listening to. Society, friends, frenemies, even family in some instances. We got to be careful who we listen to, what we listen to. And we have to take a stand. They say, Someone who stands for nothing will fall for anything. This is where we wrap it up today. Please drop your comments in the comments section below. I'll be coming back again with more pieces. You know how we like to wrap it up. We never like to leave without reminding ourselves that we always remember we've got one life with many seasons. Thank you so much for your support. Until next time, I'll see you soon. God bless you. You take care of yourself. Bye for now.